Hello everyone, Bruce Hall here along with Chris Forey, and it's our pleasure to be calling the Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup final matches. We're going to be bringing you 4 matches represented by 3 different teams of different countries, France, Russia, and the USA. The match we're about to show you is between the USA and France, and they are right now doing the advanced rock, paper, scissors method to select who's actually going to go first in this doubles Baker format. Again, Bruce Hall here along with Chris Forey. How you doing, Chris?
Very good today, Bruce. Exciting action.
And great to have you with us. And looks like USA won the rock, paper, scissors competition, and Amy Viali, along with Chris Viali, who make up the USA team, are going to start off, and here's Amy's first shot. And a little bit light for a 2-5.
And we see they're bowling on a 41-foot pattern. Not a heavy volume oil, but we see Amy's ball just drift a little bit too far down the lane, leaving a 2-5 a very makeable spare.
And Amy and Chris, of course, married for many years, and they hail from Westfield, Massachusetts, which is near Springfield, Mass. And Amy picks up the 2-5. On the French side, we have Estelle Bain and Quentin Deroux, and Estelle is going to start us off here. Looks like a Rotogrip Idol there, Chris.
Yep, an Idol Pearl from Estelle.
And beautiful form by Estelle. A little bit high, can't trip the 4. Our match is from Redbowl in Angers, France.
We're learning a lot of new terms.
We are learning a lot of new French terms, so excuse us if we butcher them a little bit, but we will do our best to pronounce things correctly. And again, part of the Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup Series, the first match of what will be 4 matches. And no problem with the 4-pin for Estelle. The first match is France versus USA, and again it's a Baker format, which means each bowler bowls alternate frames, and they combine their score together. After this there'll be Russia versus the USA, then France versus Russia, and the top 2 teams advance to the final. And that was Chris Viali's first shot. A little bit high for a 4-pin.
And we see Chris playing really far to the right, similar to Amy. There, his ball picked up a little bit early in the mid lane, leaves the 4-pin. The pattern does look a little tricky. We see Estelle on the other lane playing much further left.
Yeah, Chris likes to play the edge of the lane. He had some very good success on the senior PBA tour this last season in New Jersey, actually playing that exact shot right up the outside of the lane. And he actually made the stepladder finals there. And now we're going to see the first shot from Quentin Deroux, and a 2-hander, and you're going to see some pretty impressive ball action out of Quentin, I think.
Yeah, and Quentin also is a little unique for a 2-hander. He actually puts his thumb in the ball.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That's 2-handed hit, though, and nope, dead flush. Great shot by Quentin.
He is not lacking in power.
Yeah, there's that classic 2-handed release, even though he's got his thumb, and that's interesting. And no doubt about that one. So looking like both Estelle and Quentin playing deeper in the lane. Looks like Amy's out a little bit as well, so she's kind of up the edge too. So the USA team playing out and the French team playing in. Let's see who has the better success of it.
And we see Amy's ball again. Now this time it doesn't check up as fast from the mid lane. And she's going to leave a swishing 10. Messenger doesn't quite get there, but does get the 7-pin out, so she doesn't leave the 7-10. But yeah, they're a little bit over-under playing the gutter there so far.
And backup ball into the 10-pin. Great shot there by Amy. Amy, 37 years old. Excuse me, been bowling for 37 years. She'll be flattered by that.
I think
she'll like that.
Yeah, I think she should be happy she's under the age of 40. And we see Estelle here again. Again, trying to play. Looks like she's sliding about 7 or 8 boards left of where Amy and Chris are playing. And you can see that part of the lane hooks a little bit.
Yeah, a fair bit of hook across all this pattern, seems, Chris.
Yeah, anything inside of inside the 5 board appears to hook a little bit. Anything outside that seems to hold up. The ball drifts a little bit down the lane, so you come up a little late. So a little over under so far. Obviously, the best shot we've seen has been Quentin playing a much deeper line. And obviously, has the power to get it out and get the ball back. So
both Estelle and Quentin, 20 years old. Some young players out here.
20 years old, and Estelle has been on the national team for 3 years. Just great form. Solid at the line. Nice spare there.
Yeah, and Quentin was on the French national team for 6 years.
That's really impressive.
He
starting 14.
Started when he was 14. Wow. Great junior program in France. Here's Viali. Can he get lined up? Trying to play the outside. Looks high again. Oh, all the way crossing over for the Brooklyn. So seeing quite a bit of hook out there for both Amy and Chris.
Yeah, you only see Chris, compared to his first shot where he leaves the 4-pin, he's only about 2 boards inside the target. And again, that's what we're talking about. It seems like inside like the first arrow, you get anything inside the 5 board, that's hooking pretty fast. So.
And so, actually, we've got basically a tie match. Both teams are clean, but no team has a double. So you can give France the 2-pin lead here. And another out and in shot. Slap 10. Wow. Dynamic player.
Yeah, he is. He has obviously, as we see from every two-handed bowler, a ton of revolutions. Again, speed, power, and just gets the pins to fly around.
And look at how he opens the lane up. That ball was a little bit right off his hand, and he gets it to recover back, and off he goes. Okay, here's the USA looking for the first double of the match now.
See if Amy can take advantage of the Brooklyn from Chris.
Can get there. Oh, a little light for the 2-4-5-7 for Amy.
Again, we see her ball just go this time go a little bit too far down the lane. She goes 4-pin, goes light 10-pin. That ball wasn't too bad, but again, it's probably about board right of where she wanted, and it's just a little hang spot down the lane there.
I thought she'd get that back, being as dry as they are. I thought it might look pretty good off her hand. Just didn't just hit that little hang spot. And covers the spare. Good cover there. And now can Estelle give us the first double of the match here? Estelle from Bourges, France. And out and good. Through the beak, and baby split. Boy, she's getting early hook as well.
And she's playing a little bit left of where we see Amy playing, and her ball just picks up in the track in that part of the lane a little bit early. Again, her partner gets away with it just because he has much higher ball speed, can play a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And he has the hand to recover it back when he gets it down the lane further to the right. In her case, her ball just checks up early. It's going to be hard to see what happens there because it doesn't seem like you can move to the right or throw it to the right because it's not going to hook. And if it seems like you chase it in further, it might hook a little bit more. So,
and that crossed around 14. I think she's got to either move her feet left and get it out further to the right at the break point. And switching over to the plastic ball for the spare.
The basic fundamentals of spare shooting, it's good to have your spare ball.
And give her the chance. Great shot. Great cover of the baby split by Estelle Bain. And again, no opens yet so far, Chris.
It's been a grind.
It's a grinding game. We have 5 clean frames in a 2-pin lead for France right now. Let's see if Chris moves left at all with his feet. Last time he went up, he went Brooklyn and struck. Looks like he stuck a little bit at the line there. And gets the crumbling bucket, but can't get the 8-pin to go.
Let me see Chris on this one. Gets a little further right. That ball's out to about the 3-4 board. But then you see the ball tip back as it went down the lane. It actually started hooking and then tipped back. So it's not good when your ball makes a double move.
Well, I think that's the reaction. It's closer to the reaction he's looking for. But he just can't get anything around flush in the pocket. And shouldn't have any trouble here with the 8-pin, Christopher. Chris is the president of Cambridge Credit Counseling, and they're a great supporter of bowling. We just had a PBA regional tournament here in the States that Chris was part of the sponsorship. He's a great sponsorship of the New England Bowls Association. As we said, Chris was out on the senior PBA tour last year, and just a great supporter of the game.
Chris also a 4-time All-American when he bowled in college for William Patterson University.
Yep.
2-time Player of the Year. So obviously, besides a great businessman, also a tremendous bowler.
Amy also from William Patterson. There's the mixer that Chris was looking for, but give it to Quentin. Oh, to have power.
Yeah, and you can see Quentin's have
Look at how far out that is.
Exactly. Quentin can get out to about to where that little OB area is, and he can get it to recover off of because of the high amount of revolutions. Let's see if Amy can get a strike here.
3-pin lead now for France. Tight match. And good roll there in that shot. Give it to, give her the leaner 10.
Great shot.
Big strike there for Amy Viali.
You see her ball is on about the 5-6 board there. And the ball picked up a little bit better. Didn't drift down in the back of the lane.
And that's the 6-pin in the gutter. That's the bowler's best friend right there, the leaner. And once again, both teams now going for doubles. Let's see if Estelle makes the move left. You got that one further out, too far.
Yeah, well, she got it out to about where Quentin's been throwing it, but she doesn't have the hand to get it back.
No,
see her ball stand up down lane?
Yeah, I think that looked like it slipped off her hand a little bit there.
Yeah, she opened her angles, got out about the 3-4 board, and it just drifted.
And this is what we call the super washout, the 1-2, 6-10. Usually the 4 is accompanying it with it. 2 ways to shoot this, Chris. You can shoot it kind of like a baby split, or you can go to the left of the head pin and try to throw it into the other 2.
Now see how she tries to attack it here.
And hits the pocket.
Yeah, she tried going to the right.
Yeah, she tried to go around it to the left and cover that up. First open in the match is going to give the USA an 11-pin lead here right now. And if Christopher can figure out a way to double, they will be plus 21 pins. The graphic says +1, but USA is working on a strike. And crosses over. There's the baby split on the U.S. side.
You can see Chris is very confused because he's come up a little late. He's gone to Brooklyn. That one got out to the same spot. You can see how much earlier hooked, though, in the front of the lane. And it just broke loose on him.
Well, if I could whisper in Chris's ear, I'd get him left. I'd get him deeper.
I would try and look over where Quentin is.
Yeah.
And Chris can create some area. He can create different ball rolls. I would probably step way left and get away from that area because that area is creating a lot of over-under.
Can he carry? Cannot. So hands the open right back to the French team. And that's going to bring this match right back to within a couple pins again.
Quentin's the one bowler who's actually hitting the pocket. He's hit
right.
all 3 shots, 3 strikes.
That's right. So with a mark in the next frame here, that would put France back to 146. So if France can fill 20, they're going to have exactly a one-pin lead. Quentin was a 4-time French champion. in his tender age of 20.
That's a young age. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. He's a dominant player. And look at this, another slap 10. Exciting player, Quentin.
Yeah, you know, very accurate. He's getting every shot's been out to about the 6-7 board down lane, and he just creates tremendous power with that ball roll.
Everything carries. So that is going to give them their 1-pin lead. What a match. Going into the 9th frame, 1-pin match here. And crossover. Oh, no. 6-10.
The lane pattern just looks so touchy. I mean, her ball. That one she definitely missed left compared to the other ones. She was about the 8-9 board.
Doesn't take much, though.
But I think the ball picked up so fast just because she got it in a couple off her hand.
Yeah.
And then the surface and the friction there just takes it so much more offline as it goes down lane. So it appears the play maybe to be in the middle of the lane. Obviously, Quentin with the higher revs creates more area, but there definitely seems to be a lot of over-under anything around the 3 through 6 board area.
And no trouble with the 6-10 for Amy. And once again, another opportunity for a double. We've yet to see a double in this match. Can Estelle do it and give them the 11-pin lead? 9th frame. And stay right. No.
That broke loose also.
And she gets the mixer, Brooklyn, but can't get the 9-pin to go. And got that one, got a little away from her. She knows it, but very makeable spare and a very slim lead for France going into the 10th frame. Exciting match, Chris.
Very exciting, and the lane pattern is extremely challenging, as we can see there.
Just goes to show you don't need a super high-scoring match to have
excitement.
Have excitement. And once again, plastic ball on the spare. And hook a little bit. Oh, just enough. Would have made the 7-9. That was a huge spare for the 1-pin lead for France going into the 10th. Right down to the wire here, this match.
If you were Chris Wiley's coach, Jordan Asberg, what would you recommend to him going into the 10th frame?
I would get his feet left even for this one frame, if he could do it. USA down 1 pin going into the 10th. It's all on this shot. Got it right. Good shot. Oh, hooked early again.
Just broke loose again.
Through the beak for the... That's going to be a 3-6-9-10. Very difficult spare. If you ask any professional outside of a split, this is about the most difficult spare on the lane.
This is the one no bowler wants to shoot at.
Basically, you kind of shoot at the front pin and hope. But tough break, too, going through and just getting 6. That count is very important. They were only down 1. Now they're down 5. So he's going to definitely need this spare. And hook up a little bit. Makes it. Great shot.
That was an awesome spare.
That was a huge spare in the 10th. Now fill it up. They're down 5 pins in count, which means that Quentin is going to have to mark, some kind of mark. They're going to have to, if Chris can strike, they're going to have to fill 16 to win. And he's kind of right down the middle. Now he gets it down the middle. And give him 9, so that's going to be a 6-pin advantage now for France. Quentin must get any kind of mark. Strike or spare.
Well, we've only seen him throw strikes so far, so...
Well, that's true. He struck on every ball. He's 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th. Struck on every ball. So no reason to believe he won't strike here. But in the 10th, you never know.
He looks pretty calm. Obviously, being a 4-time French champion, he's been there before.
Absolutely. Once again, France will bowl the USA here. France will bowl Russia. The USA will bowl Russia. And lay off. Oh, gets it Brooklyn. Got that one away from him a little bit. Needs this spare. Must make this 6-pin.
Yeah, didn't trust it to the right as like his other shots. And he was about 4 boards left in the mid lane. And again, we've seen there's no hold there.
And look at that violent turn on the back. So it's a 41-foot pattern, but boy, the back ends are very clean.
Yeah, the ball's checking off the pattern pretty hard in the middle. Again, we just don't see any play from the outside part of the lane.
And this is the first spare shot we've seen him throw right on the 6-pin. Key shot. Now he needs, what, about 5 to win, I think. Basically just hit the head pin, and they're going to be fine. But still, very close match. Neither team able to muster a double.
No doubles. We saw really the only person hitting the pocket was Quentin. We saw one Brooklyn strike from Chris.
And he kind of a little straighter. No, just right at him.
Messenger.
Give him the flat 10, and that's enough for France to win this first match 184 to 180. That'll do it for our first match. Bruce Hall for Chris Forey. We'll be back bringing you the other matches later.